Yes, it's a game plan. When you watch our game, we normally overload opponents in the wide area. So if you watch the way we break through, we have two type of breakthroughs. When we come in from the back and get into the opponent box, we normally keep the ball wide. The reason is we want to stretch the opponent back line. So if you watch our first goal against Ivory Coast, we started the ball from the wide area, the ball came to the middle, and then we played a very deep pass to the nine. The nine drops to pull the two center backs in. So even this game, you can see once in a while we see our nine dropping because we realized they were doing man marking. So anytime you see the man nine dropping, is dropping to create space behind. Of course, we have two fast wingers. If you have a team that you have two fast wingers, I think you have to utilize their strength. So for us, we wanted to break through the wide area. So that's the game plan that we put up. Yes. Today, like I said earlier on, compare the game against Ivory Coast. I think we were much better in terms of stringing passes together, in terms of keeping the ball in the tight area. You can see we make sure we lure them to one side and then play at least 2, 3, 5 passes before we switch play, especially in the second half. In the first half, sometimes in the first half, it's always difficult for one team to have control over the game. First 20 to 25 minutes, everyone has the power. So most game plans doesn't work. You have to fight, and gain control first. So in the first half always look unbalanced, but as the game progresses and you stick to the game plan and the opponent gets tired, then you can see something. I think second half we saw a little bit of that. We decided that is we want to have players that are comfortable with the ball. You can see my wing backs, the Prince Amwa guy that came later part is also a midfielder. And his stronger foot is his right, not left. But he can use his right, we encourage him to use his left foot. And now you can see he developed much better. Ilal, also a midfielder. We put him as a right back because we know that he's comfortable, he can go back and defend, and then when he's supporting attack, in the attacking balance, he's solid as well. So one thing we should know is these are kids, and we're developing them to the top. So we need to move them in positions, different positions for them to be able to play, not even one position, they can play 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. Defensively, it depends on how the opponent came. There were 3 strikers. That's why I'm restricting, especially when we are off the ball, we should go and find the line so that we have 5 at the back and then 2 in front of them. In the game of football, I think things can happen, eliminate, and things can also happen later part in the game. And it's a good observation. For me, I think it's true. You have a very young boys that are in developing them. This part of the world, I think we focus more on results. I believe other parts of the world, this age group is just development. Any win is just a bonus. Or qualifying to a competitive tournament is just a bonus. So for me, we have to develop the boys, give them that confidence. If at this stage, if my player makes a mistake, it's part of it. It's part of his growth. So for me, what I believe in as a technical person, they are young, and we have to encourage them to play according to the setting style. That if they go out there, if we're going to compete with teams in Europe and other parts of the world, these are kind of situation that is going to happen. We have to encourage them to be able to have confidence and make mistakes, and they learn from those mistakes. So for me, if we start to tell them to stop doing it, I don't think it's good for their development. And I really agree with you. It's true, you can't be punished, but when you get punished, how can you come back and then come into the game? And that's more challenging to them. They're going down and then coming back. We've seen those situations in some of our friendly games. We were down by 1 goal or maybe 2. I remember we came back, dominated play, came back and then beat them by 4-2. So for me, I think it's always good for us to encourage these young boys and make sure we guide them well to the top.
For gender balance, lady.
And for that, he'll give me 2 questions. My first question is, coach, the second goal, there was a 27 pass sequence. 27 pass sequence before Keflo scored that goal. How important are such sequences to you during training? If you enforce those things, or do you even realize that they did something like that for the second goal? And then the second question is, do you exert more force as a coach than a player? So when you're playing, when you finish the game, do you feel more tired as a coach? Because the instructions and everything you do on the sidelines, and then the same kind of energy you put in, like when you're playing.
Thank you very much. The first question was the passes. Yes, for us, watching the way the Lions play against Ivory Coast, we realized we need to be very patient and then move the ball quickly. And as you can see, we started from the back. They were playing with 1-9. So we made our 2 center back got close to them as much as we can, and then play close to their opponent. That's how come we provoke them, and then we leave Ayanga, the goal scorer, and then Kagawa in the pocket space, so that the center backs can find them in those pockets. When they turn offensive turn, they are right in front of the opponent box. So you can see that the moment they got there, beginning of the game, we had a lot of moments in the box, but it wasn't clear. One education that we give them is, don't do anything in the haste. Anything you do, make sure you have full control over yourself before you do that. You can see Ayanga got one ball that he had to shoot, but he's not sure if it's on. He took a touch, and then he played another pass. That was then. Then afterwards, he got that goal in that danger zone, that ball in that danger zone, after those passes. That's how come and we don't encourage them to blast shots from 30, 40 yards. We have something that we call XG, expected goals. If someone is standing 40 yards or 30 yards and someone is in the box or the 6-yard box, who have more expected goals, the one in the box? That's what we believe in. That's why we make sure we play passes till we get to the danger zone before we try to score. Like the first goal, for instance, he was very patient. He was waiting for the goalkeeper to make mistake and then he got the ball. And that's how come we scored a lot of goals. And then the energy part, this is me. And people that knows me from my childhood days, I have this energy. You know, as a player too, I always want to win. And I was lucky to have a lot of players around me that have the same character. Someone like Stephen, he doesn't like losing. Sule, Asian, we don't like losing. So we all have the same character. If today those names that I've mentioned, you see them standing on the touchline, they will do well. They will do worse than what I'm doing.
All right, coach. This is your second game. And your assessment. Before this match, we talked about agro football. Do you think today you played agro football? Then the second question is, in the course of the game, within the first half, I realized that, I don't know whether it was a tactical approach, where your players were playing the game on the ball, and especially your fronts, those your center 11, without giving the ball to your number 9. Your striker was left alone. Your striker was more or less lost in the game. Was it the game plan? Because they were, whenever they get a ball, instead of them to look at it, they would rather make it back, try to play the passes.